Jersey, doing quite well in order to do so. But Synnister, I mean, you talk about a talented player, someone who just shows out with the show toes and could be the exact kryptonite that the exact kryptonite that Deltaforce is looking after. You know, someone who you want to keep him at range, but Synnister currently in the bathroom and finally exiting. Only thing watched about Synnister is his hands, so do not underestimate him. And yeah, that's it. The good thing about it is that you know, like if you're going to be punched in the face, at least make sure that your hands are washed. Like that's just courtesy.
I know. You don't want any of those cuts getting infected. The Synnister already looking like he's like, okay, no distractions. Went to the bathroom,
Sepsis
washed
is
my
nothing
hands.
to mess with people. Yeah.
Oh, of course not. My goodness. The Synnister, honestly loving the whirls of Starry Night right there. Going the Ken instead of the Ryu.
I like it. I mean, really just kind of what I like about that is the fact that it generally just kind of depends on the stage, right? I mean, you want to be able to pop them up no matter what. And maybe it's just a little bit easier to confirm into the DP combos than it is for the Tatsu stuff that you get from Ryu. And so if you're going to go into Starter Stadium anyway, which is the shortest ceiling in the competitive stage list, you're going to want something that pops them up and out, especially when you're dealing with a character with a little bit of heft to him like Link.
And also, you're just going to get more advantage like once you go in and, you know, have a better combo game as Ken than you do Ryu. Ryu, definitely more like the, all right, I'm going to get big hits, try and kill you off those, but only 9% Deltaforce virtually untouched until now.
Yes, there were a few own goals that I saw in Synnister's game, particularly that, pardon for hard popping the mic, but particularly when you're talking about air dodging, directional air dodging right back to the stage, you are a sitting duck for someone like Deltaforce. You're basically the pinata, and Deltaforce is more than happy to break you open, get all the candy inside, especially for the opening stop.
I wonder what kind of candy Ken would be.
Hot
tamales. Hey!
Yeah, no, we got that. Man, it should be noted, this is our first time working together, so that was not planned at all, but oh my goodness, you probably should have seen the DP in your future. Not quite enough to kill, but it was so nice he had to do it twice. Synnister, able to draw things up at 2 stocks apiece, though Deltaforce well within range to match it. Synnister at triple digits, stock number 2.
All right, manages to just hold on to the shields, trying to get these up tilts, and yeah, that fair is going to really come into play right there. If Synnister jumps, Deltaforce is just like, all right, back air, forward air. Even the nair right there is just so oppressive. You got to stay grounded as Ken.
I mean, you got to stay grounded in general. That's kind of what you need to do in Shotokan, but if you have the ability to jump and reach up there and combat any sort of character in the air, you need to make sure that you're doing it in a measured sense, because again, yeah, like that's the one thing that Link has that is even a little bit quick is that nair, and it stays out for quite a bit of time, catches him perfectly into the corner. You want to retreat into the skies? That's perfectly fine. I'll chase you to the ends of the earth. The up B is going to do it, and Deltaforce going up 1-0. That's what you want to see from the NJIT alone. Deltaforce.
My goodness, not even a sweat broken. And I see what Synnister is trying to do there with the fair, trying to see if he could clank with that arrow, but, you know, those arrows are a little pointier than you think. It's not going to be able to do that. Ken just does not have a nair or a fair like Link does. So, checking some notes, or maybe Twitter, getting some salt in the system, and ready to take it to smaller starter stage.
Yeah, we are going to see... I do kind of like it, because you don't have... you want Link to be able to... Link is going to take advantage of the space no matter what, right? But you also just want a shorter distance to have to travel in order to get in, so whatever shortens that up, that's going to help. Small battlefield, probably what the doctor ordered. I kind of wonder... I understand what the plan was for the pick. It was very offensively minded, but Deltaforce is someone who is going to face that down with not a whole lot of fear in their heart. So now that we're seeing Deltaforce, oh, beautiful parry into the DP, just go ahead, knock him on up into the sky after the double parry on ledge. Synnister living up to the name to start off game number 2.
All right, I know what Synnister was looking at on Twitter. He was looking at Jay Wong versus Daigo, and Deltaforce being like, no, that's not going to save you now. This is Smash Bros, not Third Strike.
Yeah, no, you not a whole lot of sorties in Street Fighter, and thank goodness for that. But I am just going to, I'm going to stop talking about Street Fighter before I give my real thoughts on JP. But you thought my opinions on Steve were bad, but we're going to see Deltaforce get knocked into the corner and going back into that well, just right off the ledge, go for the up B. But if Synnister is going to try to choke out their space and pitch towards the inside of the plate, as it were, I mean, let's go ahead and let Delta swing away at it. He's been getting those hits pretty well. Good use of the bomb jump, but trying to jump at ledge, and Synnister is going to connect with the DP yet again. 2 stocks to 1 to the Shoto.
All right, now Deltaforce is going to have to be a lot careful pressuring this shield. It looks like he just gets parried every time, and Synnister is just rolling with it. Oh my god! D-Iron back in, misses the Shoryuken. Oh, but I think that is going to be a dead Ken Masters.
Yep. Yeah, no. The directional air dodges are kind of killing it, not going to lie. Synnister, however, in a decent position, going to face your opponent, going to get that jab, and yeah, Ken Masters has hands and Link has a face.
Look at that best Ken in the world. Shoryuken out of advantage, Shoryuken out of disadvantage. Does everything for you.
Yeah, you know what? It turns out that move is pretty darn good, and we are going to see a game number 3 as a result. I do kind of wonder if stage selection is going to be of import. Then it makes you wonder exactly what the call is.
I think the call for Synnister is to ban PS2 right out. Wasp, well, we're not banning PS2. We're going back. Why give your opponent the opportunity?
Because maybe you see a chance to do something with the ceiling, again, that low ceiling, that you can take advantage of if you get those jab combos. You saw how well it worked on Small Battlefield. Why not on PS2? The answer is because you were able to get those opportunities in neutral to begin with, and Delta was not as much of an opportunity to dash back. And goodness gracious, the fact that you're able to utilize the boomerang so effectively, just an absolute boon for Deltaforce. Whatever you can do to interrupt that momentum, something you're going to have to take full advantage of.
Yeah, Synnister is going to have to maybe go for these grabs there instead, just to get that invulnerability against that boomerang. Is that also going to be death? No. The true Shoryuken coming up, popping him up just to ledge. Finally gets in. Oh, no crescent kick though.
It's okay. I mean, generally you're catching on to what Deltaforce is trying to do, and yeah, that's what you need to do. If you are a Shoto, you're being outranged by the sword, the arrows, the bomb, the boomerang. Everything that Link has in his possession is going to reach farther than your fist. So you have to learn to counterpunch, because the cooldown on those attacks is not something to be reckoned with, the end frames. So if you're swinging, you better not be missing. If you're Deltaforce, catching them, good coverage option with the up B, grounded. But Synnister still with the stock advantage. For how long, the answer could come in the next few seconds, but Synnister finding their way back on. Sometimes the best recovery is just pressing buttons.
Yeah, hey, sometimes mashing works, but you gotta mash yourself to ledge, not go overboard. Deltaforce trying to just suck him in. It's a Link classic, but Synnister ready for it. Had that dare, and look at this. Could be running away with it. No broken shield yet, though.
Yeah. No, you definitely appreciate what Deltaforce was going for, the cheese off the ledge, but Synnister having none of it. The Texas viewers might be familiar with the PB, the peanut butter jamma. That is about what you're looking for, but Synnister, not a fan of that. How about this for a spread? We're going to go ahead and take it 2-1, the World Warrior, Ken Masters. And yeah, that is Synnister making it to Grand Finals to face off against Jackal Deltaforce.
Well, hold on. Not Grand Finals just yet. It's got to go to Winners Finals.
Did I say Grands? I apologize.
You said Grands. I know you don't like Smash Brothers as much as Street Fighter, but geez.
Yeah, what can I say? This look, when you see quality Smash like that, you just kind of get yourself ready. You have to think that's the pinnacle. But Synnister is, to their credit, having to deal with quite a bit in that game number 1, and you even questioned it yourself, like as did I, going back to Pokemon Stadium 2. And turns out Synnister had the answer, and it was pretty convincing. I mean, in your eyes, what was the difference though between games 1 and 3 for Synnister?
Well, I think Synnister did have a harder time actually getting in and staying in against Deltaforce on that first game, respecting him too much, recovering too high. And I think after that stock right there, Sinister's like, I got to recover a lot lower. We got to recover more horizontally. You know, I'll take those hits from the boomerang, but I can't get caught in that hero spin. And a lot more punishes there with the Shoryuken, you know, jumping from ledge, trying to catch those recovery options. Just played footsies a lot better.
Yeah. Seem like it. And that's kind of the case for anyone who wants to play a Shoto, whether in Smash or in Street Fighter, is you really do have to be a master of the game, not just the technical side of it, but also the psychological aspect. You need to be able to read and react to your opponents. You need to be able to get them to counterpunch. And perfect example right there, that first stock where Deltaforce got caught charging a smash attack, Synnister timing it out and comboing it into the stock lead. And what a beautiful play at the ledge by Synnister. And yeah, Deltaforce trying to go for the trickery, Synnister having none of it. And the result was a beautifully executed 3-stock.
Oh my god, that was 3 stocks. I mean, it went by so fast. It was so hard fought. I was like, he's got to have at least taken a stock. Nope. Just absolutely demolished him. He's like, after that first game, everyone gets one. But is Jackal going to be able to take one right now?